Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the latest and greatest female voices in the industry, from artists and songwriters to producers and managers and all women in between. Hi, friends. Welcome to Crazy Women Country. I'm Donna.
I'm Paula, and today we have Charlotte Young with us. How are you doing?
Hey, everyone. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic. Good. Really, really good. So tell us, what has 2020 been like for you?
Oh, well, as a whole, I think everyone can agree it's been a little bit of a dumpster fire of a year in general terms. But for me, it's actually been quite successful. I've released, 3 projects and a 4th coming out. So I released my first single and my first EP, and they both went straight to country music #1 in the iTunes chart, which was very cool. And then I got to do a duet with my good friend Bob Fitzgerald, so that was really cool. And I've got another single coming out, so yeah, it's been pretty good. I've signed with a really, really wonderful manager by the name of Rachel Selleck, who works for Scarlet River Management. So it's been a pretty good year overall. But yeah,
good. So when's this new single coming out? Tell us all about
20th of November.
Okay, 20th of November.
I'm very excited.
Good. So what's the new single called?
It's cool. So the new single is called Praying for Rain. It's a very dramatic ballad. And it's sort of, I don't know, like I wrote the chorus when I was 15, completely forgot about the rest of the song. And then about 8 months ago, when I started recording the new record, when I started deciding that I wanted to do record #2, I rewrote the verses because I couldn't remember what they were the first time around, and sort of created this story. And I don't know, there was something telling me when the demo was created that had to be the single. There was just like a gut instinct. And I sort of feel like there's a bit of a gap for country ballads. I feel like there hasn't been many of recent times. So fingers crossed people like it.
We look forward to it.
Let me ask, because I'm definitely not in the UK and I don't hear the UK country. So is that something that like the ballads are not, you never hear them on the radio there, or?
Yeah, then they don't seem to be a thing anymore. I mean, of course, you've still got the likes of like Shania and Faith Hill and Leanne Rimes and all that great stuff, Carrie Underwood. But it's definitely doesn't seem to be much of a thing. It does exist. It's just rare. Like you'll hear it on general stations, like the odd hit here and there, but it's not really the focus. It tends to be things that are quite upbeat or something that's a bit more like snappy and easy to remember. But this is sort of like the 90s era type of thing going on. So yeah.
Perfect. The 90s country rocks.
Yeah, love my 90s country. I just don't think you can go wrong, especially like Trisha Yearwood, like that type of vibe. Yeah. I love the ballads. Like I grew up with them, so it was my chance to create a ballad, and here we are.
Perfect.
Wonderful. We look forward to that coming out.
Yes,
I'm excited for you to hear it. You have to tell me what you think when it's out.
Perfect. And I have to ask, obviously being from the UK, why country music? Knowing that country music is so, misunderstood, I think, in the UK, especially when I was growing up. And obviously pop music was everywhere. Why country music?
So I think the main answer is that I feel like country music found me. Like I feel like that is the situation of what it is. And you know, I grew up with a really eclectic music taste. I still have a very eclectic music taste. People are often surprised to find out that my favourite band are Aerosmith. I just think they're the best. Like, I saw them live. I cried my eyes out. It was fabulous. But I love everything, you know. I love the Broadway stuff because I did a bit of musical theatre. I love Motown. I love jazz. A bit of, like, all sorts of stuff. But country music, it was sort of accessible to me because my mom always called it easy listening. They're not the same thing, but that's what she called it. So I sort of grew up a little bit with the Leanne Rimes, Shania Twain, Faith Hill, Dolly Parton. And when I was about 12, 13, I had a car accident and I was in an ambulance on the way to the hospital. And I heard Love Story by Taylor Swift for the first time. I know there's an argument to be had for Taylor to say that she's not country anymore, and she's not, but she definitely had that style to start with. And I came out of hospital a few weeks later and I was like, who is this artist? Found her on YouTube and sort of just went down the rabbit hole. and naturally fell into like Carrie Underwood, Luke Combs, but I loved a lot of the older stuff too, so like Johnny Cash and Mel Haggard and all that. So it sort of found me, and as I started writing songs, I discovered that that's just naturally how I started to sing. Like that's naturally the stories I started to tell, because I think what people don't seem to understand is that country music is just music of people. Like it's just people's stories, and it's the same type of thing that hip hop does for other communities. It's the same thing that soul does for other communities, and it's sort of just anyone can sing it. It just so happens that the big successes all have great southern accents, but it doesn't mean that you can come from somewhere and not do it well. So yeah, that's sort of how I fell into it. I just liked the honesty of it and the storytelling, and there we are.
I love that. I love the comparison between all the musics. You never think of hip hop or rap or anything like that as telling a story, but I'm assuming if you really listen to it, I've never really listened to it myself, you will find that story within it.
Oh, 100%. And I think that's so great about music in general, is it would be nice if people stopped putting everything in boxes and just realised that we're all trying to say the same message. And that's why I appreciate so much types of music, because I just like hearing people's stories.
Yeah, totally. Perfect. I love that theory. That's a great theory. See?
There you go. The Charlotte Young theory. We're going to call it that.
Yes. We'll make it worldwide.
Do it.
It's funny that you mentioned that about the Southern accents, because I remember, you know, back when you mentioned the 90s and the like Shania Twain, and then we had Jodie Messina was actually from the Northeast, like Lori McKenna. So we had those couple ladies, that were, you know, again, without the, you know, that made chart toppers in the 90s, and
and it was just great music. Is that's what they made. I mean, I love Jodie Messina. I'm so glad you mentioned her. She's got so much sass. She's just ace. And that's exactly it, isn't it? I think people had their ideas in their mind of what country music was, and then there seemed to be a bit of a change come the 80s, and the 90s came around, and it was sort of like prime time. It was sort of like this crazy revival, and people like Shania were getting their platform. So it was cool to see that.
And those sort of artists were crossing both genres between pop and country, so they were showing you that, you know, country can be just as cool as anything else. You know, so
country's the coolest. I mean, if it's not Dolly Parton, then it's by default cool.
The huge Dolly Parton fan.
She's just the best person on the planet. Like, you can't convince me otherwise.
There you go.
This actually leads to one of my first questions is, who are some of your sheroes that have inspired you to do country music?
So Dolly's obviously top of the list. Dolly's just a hero in general. Like, I feel that if you want to be a good person, she's a great person to look up to. I don't think you get better than Dolly Parton. So she's not just a hero for music, but a hero for life. If I could be an eighth of the person Dolly Parton is, then I'm a happy lady, because I just think she's super. Shania, of course. I don't think you can be a modern female in country music without mentioning Shania Twain. Taylor goes without saying for me, Taylor Swift. I mean, I know people have their opinions on her, but I think as a songwriter and as an artist and as a woman, I think she's superb. But then we sort of get into the non-country artists, which would be people like Carole King. Because that's songwriting, though. I mean, can you really name a hit from the 70s or 60s that wasn't penned by Carole King? Like, there are so many by her. Carly Simon's another one that I love. But then there's Diana Ross, like the big divas, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, all that. So there's quite a few, to be honest. But those are a lot of the big ones for me.
And I know you say about Taylor, but I mean, Taylor did start in country. That was where she first started, and then crossed over to pop. And, you know, I know people probably blame her for it, but she was a young artist. Why not try it all? She'd 100%. Done amazing in country music. Why not try, you know, pop music and everything else? I may not be her biggest fan. You know, her music's good, but I never really took to her. But why not try both? Why not? You know, if you've got that talent and you can do
100%.
it, do it. you know, you might as well see what happens.
I think Charlotte mentioned earlier with the whole different, why do you have to, you know, label a music? But I mean, for her, it was just, okay, I've done this kind of music, and now I would like to move on to try this, because it's different, it's new, it's exciting, it's a challenge to me. And that's, I think that was kind of her progression.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's so ballsy to do that. I mean, if you look at the artists that we love, if you think of the icons like Cher, for example, how many times did Cher reinvent herself? Even Cher had a country phase, which is absolutely crazy. But, you know, I think it's so cool to do that. And I just respect her as an artist, and I love her songwriting skills. So, yeah, I've got quite a few Sheros. I could probably go on all day.
It's fine, we can keep it going. That'd be cool.
Okay, so well, if you could talk to anyone, dead or alive, who would it be and why? And we'll let you pick like up to 3.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. I was having like crisis moment.
I can't think of one.
I was like, I'm never going to be able to think of just one, because I'm the most indecisive person ever. So like, let me think. I mean, this is probably going to surprise some people. Maybe not too much, because I am British, so I suppose this isn't that much of a shock, but I'd love to have met Jane Austen.
Oh yes.
Oh my god, I love her. I've read every single one of her books at least 3 times. I have multiple copies of them. I've even read her letters, all sorts. I'm just obsessed. I think she's the best person. I thought she was so ahead of her time, and as someone who likes trashy rom-coms, I can't not like Jane Austen, because there's so many that are based on her books that people may not even realise, and that's the beauty of it. You know, anytime there's a storyline where it's guy meets girl, they don't get on, and then they fall in love. Well, you've got Pride and Prejudice. So, like, 2 it's the best. I'd love to have met her, because I feel that would have been absolutely wild, because I don't think even she knew her genius at the time. So I think she's a big one for me. I mean, Dolly, obviously. I just want to talk to her all day so she can just give me advice on everything. I want to know if she, like, what her favourite meal is, so she can tell me how to cook it, like that type of thing.
That would be so cool.
Can you imagine just sharing recipes
one of her favorite dishes?
Yeah, I'd be like, right, so how do you do your mac and cheese? Because this is how I do mine. And we could just be best friends, and it'd be great.
She'd be a great best friend, because she's just so, I don't know, she just seems so nice. You listen to anything she does, any of the videos she's got on, you know, Facebook for things that she's doing, and she just feels like she, you know, you're best friends, and you know, she's just amazing that way, I have to say.
Best human.
I agree. I heard a quote about her once that was like, it feels like she's in on every joke you make, and I feel like that is 100% true. Like, I love, maybe this should just be called the Dolly Parton episode, of we just all talk about how much we love Dolly Parton.
we should do
an episode, everyone just talks Dolly.
We could talk in rhyme. It would be great.
I would seriously need to swat up, because you guys would just probably drown me. I'm like, what are we talking about?
So you can start with her movies. There's just so many, isn't there?
Yes.
I'm trying to think of who a third would be. Is it just women, or is it men as well?
They can be men as well.
It can be men as well. Because the problem is that I want to say Elvis, because I feel like if my dad's listening, he's going to be like, why didn't you say Elvis? Because I do love Elvis. But then, having said that, I feel like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, because we lost her this year, and I feel that as a human being, she's about as awesome as you can get.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. There's quite a few, but if my dad's listening, Elvis. If not, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
We'll just go with the 4. It'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be fine. Always breaking the laws.
Push those boundaries. That's what we're here for.
That's it. So, if you could thank anyone or a few people for their support, just for helping you to get to where you are to do what you do, who would you want to thank?
It has to be my whole family. So my mum, my sister, my dad, my grandmother, they stuck by me 100%. They never made me feel like I couldn't do it. They made me feel like I could when I felt like I couldn't. And I feel that takes a lot of guts. You know, when your teenage daughter turns around to you and goes, I'm dropping out of university and I'm going to be a singer. And they're like, okay. And they just, they just supported me the whole time. It didn't matter whether I was, putting fries in a box or, working in an office or singing songs. It didn't matter as long as I was happy. So they're a huge, huge thank you. And part of my family is my best friend, Kelly Gardner. She's my muse in a lot of ways. Like, I've written songs on her behalf, like for things that she's gone through and stuff. So she's been a sister to me, along with my other actual birth sister too, Maria. So yeah, those two for sure. And then my boyfriend Scott, who's also my drummer. So all the drummers you hear on the record, that's him. Bum, 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 bum. But there are so many. I mean, any musician who's played on my stuff deserves a giant thank you, because they helped bring it to life. People who have inspired me to write songs, whether that be exes, whether that be friends, whether that be something that I've seen on television, whatever, that deserves a thank you. Obviously Rachel deserves the biggest thank you in the world, because she makes things like this possible, which is great, because I wouldn't have a clue. I'd be like, how do I get this sorted? But yeah, there are so many, and anybody who ever likes or retweets or shares or anything like that, pre-orders the song, anything like that is support. So yeah, all of those people, and you guys let me be on the show.
Oh, no worries. Anything to help out females.
Yes, I'm enjoying myself. We're having a great time. We've spoken about Dolly Parton. That's all we need.
See, that's what we're here for. We're here to have fun and people to see you as a real human being, okay? You can have all these other conversations where they ask all the same questions, where we just want to sit here, have fun, people get to know you, and,
I'm glad. No, it's nice. It's nice to feel relaxed instead of very regimented, questions. It's cool to just chill.
We can chill. We can do that. That's cool. Perfect. So, this is the fun part. This is the quick fire question part. Yeah, these are always good.
Oh no.
I love the answers to these. These are always the best. Okay, so are you ready? Are you chilled?
I think so.
We need help.
She's like, I'm like, oh my god, what are they going to ask me now?
I swear it's hard, not difficult questions.
No, they're all fun. They're dead easy.
Theories of relativity or anything crazy.
No.
Nice.
Okay, so early bird or night owl?
Oh, night owl.
Beach or countryside?
Beach.
Favorite season?
Autumn.
Biggest fear?
Spiders. Oh.
Favorite holiday?
Oh, Christmas.
Favorite drink?
Whiskey.
There you go. See?
Gotta do it.
That was quick. They were quick, I have to say. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm really confused. I thought you were gonna test my skills.
We still have a few more.
We still got a few more, but these are a bit longer, so these are fun.
I'm ready.
Okay. If you were a musical, what musical would you be?
Rent.
Nice.
I don't know. Maybe Rent or Waitress.
That's quite a difficult one. And people are always like, yeah.
It's difficult because I want to say my favourite, which is Rent, but then Rent's extraordinarily tragic and I don't relate to any of the characters, so maybe no.
Well, if you were a film genre, what film genre would you be?
Rom-com. Like typical dreadfully made rom-com.
I love it. Not your Jane Austen theory rom-com. It's going to be one of these really,
I'm just not classy enough to be in a period drama. I'd love to be, but I'm from Birmingham. There's no chance I'd be in a period drama.
I love it. That's the best answer ever. That is definitely the best answer ever.
So this leads to, if you were a Disney character, what character would you be?
That's the best question yet. Rapunzel.
Ooh.
Maybe Rapunzel, because she's always busy and she has 100 hobbies.
Well, if you were a mythical creature, what creature would you be?
I've actually spent some significant time thinking about this before, so I have a few answers for that one. Off the bat, I would probably say like a mermaid, because who doesn't want to be a mermaid?
Of course.
But then actually, I think I'd probably be a Valkyrie.
Valkyrie. There you go.
Because I feel like if I'm angry, then I'd be a Valkyrie.
She's got two sides of her character. When she's all happy and, nice, she's going to be a mermaid. And when she's all like, she's a Valkyrie.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good Disney story in itself. Instead of the whole ogre person to ogre, I'm thinking, let's just do that. Animal to
mermaid to Valkyrie, done. What the world wants.
Yeah.
Well, if you had a superpower, what superpower would you have and why?
I want to say healing, actually, because although I may have an angry side, I'd hate to see anyone I care about unwell. So if I could just snap my fingers and make things better, then that's a pretty good one to have.
That's a great answer. I like that one. That's
beautiful. I was like, I love that answer. Yeah.
Completely.
It's a really nice answer, isn't it? See, I am nice. So if people are listening thinking, oh God, she's all angry because she wants to be a Valkyrie, then actually I'm really nice, I promise.
I love it. Okay, now, this is the most important question ever in your entire life. Ever.
Oh.
Okay. Who is your favourite CWC host?
I can't say that. That's really mean. Like, you're not going to... No. Maybe I'm just going to refuse to answer that one because it's really mean.
It's really mean.
It's really mean. You can't make me choose.
We'll try to see if we can bring up the Valkyrie side here.
You both have fantastic qualities, I'm sure. So, you're testing my charm ability here.
Oh, I love it. That's the best. It's just so cool.
Well, it's okay. We haven't actually had anyone answer. We had a couple people stop and actually think, and then I think they realized what we were asking. So, and then they're like, we know. No, we plead the fifth, So
Exactly. See, if you had like an animal behind you, then I'd go the animal is my favourite, because then you can't argue with that. If there was like a cat in the background or a dog.
Damn it, where's my dog?
I wouldn't be saying your name. I'd be saying,
look!
The cat wins. The cat wins.
That is so not fair. We're
going to hear a meow probably.
See, that way, it's actually a very good answer, because I'm not saying people, I'm saying the animal. Oh, is that a reindeer?
It's a reindeer. Yeah.
Is it? Oh, it looks like a moose. I thought it was a moose first.
Oh, it is moose. Look. It's Christmas.
Christmas? I love that.
He came from British home stores. At Christmas, you got Chris Moose.
Chris Moose?
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a festive pun?
Song we need to write.
See? There you go.
Amazing.
I haven't got my animals. My animals are all locked out, so I can't bring them in. Damn it.
That's okay. The cat won, so it's fine.
Okay.
That is it.
You didn't lose, so that's good.
You're just suggesting cat to her as her favorite, not me, the cat.
The cat won the fight.
So yeah.
Not the human.
Can't go wrong.
Chose the cat over both of us.
I can understand being picking a dog over both of us, but a cat. Yeah, look at that. I don't know now. It's hilarious. That is so funny.
It's good, because if there's any animal charities listening,
yes,
then they have to like me by default because I chose the animal.
Yes.
Yes.
See?
And I haven't upset anyone, so we're doing good.
There's a whole thingy to your madness.
Exactly. There's the method.
That's the word. I forgot the word. There's a method to your madness. I love it. Oh, funny as. So what have you got planned for the last few months that are left of 2020?
So obviously we've got the Praying for Rain release, which is coming, which is very, very exciting. We've had our trials and tribulations with it, but other than that, it's so cool to finally get it out to the people. And hopefully people will like it, because it is something a little different to what I've already released.
Yep.
So I think there's enough similarity for people to be like, oh, I like it because I like what she does.
Yeah.
But I also think there's enough difference for people to think, oh, at least she's doing something different and it's not the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to get that out. And then a week later, the song that I'm featuring on for Christmas is coming out, which is very exciting, with Scarlet River Management and Country Chat with Dom.
Oh, yeah.
They have done like this big like country band-aid type thing.
Yeah.
Which was written by Tyler Spicer. It's called I Won't Forget to Miss You, and it's really, really pretty, like sad Christmas song. So that's coming out the week after Pray for Rain. And then it's just sort of drumming up like excitement for a new record that's coming, which is out next year, which is very cool. I won't tell you when, because I actually don't know the exact date at the moment, but it is coming out next year. So it's just sort of, I mean, I don't think realistically I'm going to be able to perform before Christmas. I don't think pubs are going to reopen in England anyway.
No.
So I don't think I've got any live shows that I can look forward to for definite.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just drumming up excitement for the single, and hopefully people will like it.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
I can't wait to hear the new single, I have to say.
Excited.
We'll have to speak to Rachel, see if we can get a pre-thingy copy of it so we can get a
sneaky
review out.
Copy.
That's the one, and see if we can get a review out on the day, so then we can get people more interested.
That'd be nice. That'd be really nice.
See, there you go.
Maybe even a little clip to push it earlier too, as well, on like our social medias out to the public.
Yeah, definitely. There is currently a teeny tiny black and white video of some rain with the song in the background, and that's all on my social stuff. So I can always send you a copy of that if you would like to. If not, then Rachel can obviously send you something if need be. But yeah, however you would like to do it, I'm sure we can work something out.
Yes, we can figure that one out. That would be cool. Perfect. Well, it's been really, really nice to have you on the show. It's nice to have some more English people and showing the whole world that we are here.
British invasion.
We're taking over Nashville.
It's scary. It's scary. You're going to have all the country singers on the streets of Nashville and you're going to hear the British are coming.
Yes.
And everyone's going to be afraid. But in a good way.
To it.
Yeah.
Afraid in a good way.
Yes.
We bring the music, not war.
Yeah, see, that's it. We bring music, not war. We bring country music and not war, which is even better.
Exactly.